Hey, what's up? My name is Taclys, and today I'm going to be doing a very opinionated video on what I think the most disappointing games of next gen are. Or, well, I guess by this point we could call it current gen. By current gen, I mean Xbox One and PS4. Now, I only have an Xbox One, so that's what I'll be working off of. But these are the games that I picked up with some sort of expectation, and when I played them, I was let down. The order of this list is dictated on how much I was let down. For example, Assassin's Creed Unity is not on this list because I got it fully knowing that it was a buggy mess, and when it was a buggy, frame rate, glitchy mess, I was not disappointed because I knew what I was getting. But these games are the games that I thought were going to be good games, and when I actually started playing them, they were not good. Not necessarily terrible games, but they were not what I had expected. So, let's get into the list. At our number 1 spot is Forza Motorsports 5. This game was the second game I got for my Xbox One. And I got it because it had local multiplayer. I picked up a second controller just so I could play this with my friends. And we could go racing against each other and have fun. And the game was incredibly boring. Maybe it's just not my flavor, but I bought the game fully expecting that this could be the multiplayer game that lasts me a while, and it was hard to control. The controls felt wonky, the maps were boring, the menu layout was poor. It was just not that great a game, and I had just spent $60 on the game, plus another $60 on a second controller for this game, so I essentially spent $120 on this game, and it wasn't that good. So it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't what I expected. So Forza comes in at our number 5 spot. At our number 4 spot is Sniper Elite 3. Now, Sniper Elite 3 is a game that I picked up knowing it wasn't going to be a full AAA game, but the reviews online, I'm looking at you, IGN, said that it was a better game than Wolfenstein: The New Order. Now, at the time, I guess I trusted IGN. I know better now. But I picked it up, and it was terrible. No, terrible is a strong word. It wasn't great. The graphics were dated. The gunplay was terrible. For a game that's only about sniping and snipers, the gunplay made no sense. You could shoot on the harder difficulties, you could shoot a Nazi 2 and 3 and 4 times with the sniper and not kill them. And that's ridiculous. That's unacceptable. There's just some continuity errors with general World War II timing, like some of the guns that were shown in full auto aren't full auto. One of the snipers that you're allowed to use is actually a Nazi infantry rifle, if my research is correct. So there's just a lot of problems with the game. Plus, it just felt awkward and only was made fun with co-op, but even then it wasn't great. So, I didn't have huge expectations for the game, but I would say that Sniper Elite 3 is probably the worst game on this list in terms of general quality. So that's why it comes in at my number 4 spot. It doesn't help that I picked up Wolfenstein: The New Order within a couple of weeks and was wowed by its amazing quality. Alright, so in our number 3 spot, this is where things start getting controversial. Number 3 is Halo Master Chief Collection. What am I even listening to?
Bitcoin market value.
Oh, kicked me out again.
It kicked you out again.
Now, it burns me to say that a Halo group of games is bad, and they're not terrible. In fact, the reason this game isn't higher on the list is that the end result wasn't super disappointing. I've been able to play through most all the campaigns. I've been able to do multiplayer matches. I've gotten matched up online. I've played custom games with my friends. It's actually been an overall fun experience. It's just made painful by the fact that what I can do in Call of Duty in 30 seconds takes 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 minutes to do in Halo Master Chief Collection because of stupid matchmaking and can't join your party's group and stuff like that. So, the reason it's at my number 3 spot is that I was incredibly hyped for this, and it wasn't amazing. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't what I was hoping. So that's why it comes in at our number 3 spot. At our number 2 spot is Destiny. know that may be weird for me to put Destiny at number 2 because so many people say that Destiny is the most disappointing game of the year, and I'd like to say this is my opinion, this is my list, and you are completely free to disagree with me. In fact, if you agreed with everything I said, that'd be lame. But I put Destiny at my number 2 spot, and the reason it's not number 1 is that I was skeptical about Destiny since the beginning. I'm sure by now everyone knows why Destiny is a disappointing game. It's repetitive, it's loaded with overpriced DLCs, it's had big chunks of the plot taken out, the final boss is a piece of garbage, you know, just the basics. Overall, it's not that great a game. But I was skeptical from the beginning, and really I only picked the game up because my friends were picking it up, and there's a long story there. But I got it to play with my friends, and with my friends it wasn't terrible, but it kind of was. So, yeah, the reason it was number 2 and not number 1 is that I was skeptical. I didn't think it was going to be amazing, and it wasn't. I was hopeful, but I was still skeptical that it wouldn't be. So, number 1. Now, before I announce my number 1, I'd like to say, please don't go off at me in the comments. This is my opinion. I have set the parameters of the video up to tell you guys why it is this way. And I'm not even saying that the game that I'm about to announce is a bad game. And if you enjoy the game, which the internet seems to be loving this game, I don't get why, but they do. If you like the game, good for you. Play the game, have fun. Point of games is to have fun. I just didn't like it. So, number 1 is Dragon Age Inquisition. Oh my, the disappointment of this game. I felt robbed. Seriously. What made it worse is that when I picked up the game, I heard nothing except Game of the Year awards and the best RPG released on next gen and better than Shadow of Mordor and all this stuff, that it was the perfect game. And then I picked it up and it wasn't. It was slow, it was repetitive, it didn't make sense. The political intrigue, I guess, wasn't there for me. I just didn't get it, I guess, what some people got. So, it's not that bad a game in terms of some of the other games on this list. I'd say it's better than Destiny, it's better than Sniper Elite, it's better than Forza. Yeah, probably better than those games. But it's just, the disappointment was so much because I expected it to be the game that I played for the next 100 hours without blinking, and I had to grind through 20 hours. It was painful and it was long and it was not fun. So that's why it comes in at my number 1 most disappointing game. It's not the worst game, and I'm not saying that this is the most disappointing game for everyone. This is just for me. So, thank you for listening to my opinion. I hope that you understand my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. I don't expect you to agree with it. I hope that you guys are also hopefully mature enough not to go raging in the comments or dislike this video just because I didn't agree with you. But if you do, that's up to you. So, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to sign up for my giveaway on my main channel, my Taclys channel. That's still going on. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys later.